Happy Sunday fun day, everybody. It is your favorite craft beer girl, Coren McLeod, at the Tasting Room Radio Show on Rock Rage Radio at my new awesome time, Sunday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central, and then for you East Coast people, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. It is the big show. I do this every year. I've been doing this for 4 years with Unrated Magazine, doing it for 3 years with Rock Rage Radio, and this year, I swear, I tell this guy every time, this should not be called the Tasting Room Radio Show with Coren McLeod. It should be Metalhead's Hour with Dan Jackson of Casting Shadows. So he was actually kind enough. I did a roundtable discussion last year with City of the Week, Saint Tragedy, got to call Sunflower Dead, Tantric, Mechanism, all that for my top 5. This year, Dan and I have been kind of back and forth with our top albums. You'll see a difference with our musical taste. He's hardcore metal. I don't know what the hell I am, but I'm basically everywhere on my list as usual, and I think a lot of people are going to be like, why didn't she put Rob Thomas as number 1? That's so weird. Well, A, they will fire me from Rock Rage Radio. And B, I like his new album, but it's not my favorite of the year. You're going to be happy with what I have on here. So, say hi, Dan. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
So, Casting Shadows actually had I think you guys had a great year. You played with Bad Wolves, Papa Roach. Who did you guys all play with this year? Those are the ones that are just coming from the top of my head.
Bad Wolves, Papa Roach, Asking Alexandria. We played with Flaw.
Oh, yes. George.
We definitely had a busy year. It's tough because the amount of bands that we've been blessed to play with, it's been great, and there's a big supportive scene out here in New England.
It's ridiculous. You guys,
yeah.
I'm going out there January 10th through the 12th. Let's talk about the show I'm going to be covering, because I'm really excited. I bother him so much. I'm like, let's go here, let's go there, because I like to explore. I like supporting local stuff. I'm not all about the big wigs and everything. I like local stuff, and I'm just like, let's go to this brewery, let's go to this. I want to get unique jewelry. I want to do this, and this. But seriously, the metal scene in the New England area, it's ridiculous how much you guys you get a lot of support. But
it's the best.
It's the best, but is there any, Chicago is all over the place when it comes to music. Is it just mainly metal in New England, or do you get the hard rock? Yeah, describe the scene.
No, honestly, it's pretty diverse, sound out here that you'll get from all different, genres of music. I think metal is just kind of it's expanded and it's grown so much out here over the years, especially out in Connecticut and Massachusetts, even Rhode Island, you get that really just heavy, that hardcore sound that you just can't find anywhere else in the U.S. and it's inspiring to see how close the community is too, and how you got bands from Mass working directly with bands from Connecticut, working with bands from Rhode Island, just to make sure that they're getting their sound out there, doing show swaps and putting on big events all over the place.
Yep.
So it's definitely good.
So talk about what's happening on January 11th, because I am very much excited. I know we mentioned it before, but we have to let people know.
Yeah, January 11th is the Opus Birthday Blizzard Bash of 2020. It's a tongue twister, but yeah. It's definitely, it's awesome. You pick up the passes from all the bands and stuff, and you can get in for $5. But the amount of bands that you get to party with and see and watch do their thing, it's phenomenal. This year they got Earth playing, which is Opus's Black Sabbath tribute band. I actually just caught wind from their singer that they're actually doing a European tour as well this year, so they'll be heading out there to do their thing. But also, Opus's other band, Dead by Wednesday, which is on my top 5 list for albums of the year. Opus's other band, Dead by Wednesday, will be playing, and those guys put on a killer show. They're literally some of the just heaviest monsters out here in CT doing their thing, so it's great. They got Blacktooth playing this year. It's a Pantera tribute band as well, too. And then that's it for the tribute bands. Other than that, though, we got Kings and Liars on this with us. You got members of Josto in that band playing, and Nikki Belmore, who's actually the guy that recorded our single that we just released.
Yep. Premiered on the Tasting Room radio show, everybody. Just FYI. And it's, I told Dad, I'm like, release a damn album so I can get, you guys were on, it was 2017, I had your album on my top list. It was number 13 on the list. And then this year, Let Go was on my top 5 songs, which I've never done before. Because I feel this year a lot of bands just were releasing singles. That's just my opinion. I know like people do that, but you were number 3 on my top 5. So congratulations on that. It's a brand new song, and it shows the growth between Casting Shadows back 2 years ago and what you guys are now. I was
going to say, it's a big honor to be on the top 5 because we literally just dropped that a month ago. So to get the love that we've gotten, especially from the Tasting Room radio show and,
McLeod Media Company.
We've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and we can't thank you enough for all the support. So.
Of course, and you support what I do and everything like that. So let's get to the list, and let me bring up, because I was like, I need to get this together for my show and everything. So you and I were kind of like back and forth about a couple albums. And, of course, I love Whitesnake. Who doesn't like Whitesnake? Dave Coverdale and all that stuff. Their new album, Flesh and Blood, is amazing. So I guess this is technically top 6 for you and I guess. I don't know. I'm like, why don't we play that? Because I was back and forth about putting this on my top 5. I'm going to play their song, Shut Up and Kiss Me, because David Coverdale is an amazing singer. Whitesnake has been kind of a thing for me and my family. I grew up with a single mom, my 2 other sisters, Amber and Brandy, ABC, and Here I Go Again was just our theme song. So we've always just kind of followed Whitesnake, so I'm going to play Whitesnake, Shut Up and Kiss Me. And then you and I both were back and forth about this one particular band and their album, Bad Wolves. So yes. What do you think about that album? I like it. I think it's just pure rock. I love, how much I love the lead singer, Tommy. He's a ripped guy. He's just very, very positive. But you got to play with them. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, so, performing with them, like those guys put on a phenomenal show. I honestly didn't know much about Bad Wolves other than their Cranberries cover that they did of Zombie. And then I checked out their album from last year, and I was blown away.
It's really good. It was on my top list last year. So.
Right. Mm-hmm. And seeing them perform live, their crowd interaction is just, it's next level. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I heard the new album. Definitely, it's changed up a little bit from the first album.
Yeah.
I still think it's great, but I truly love that first album more than anything. So
yeah.
Not to say that the second one was bad because it really wasn't, but that first one, like you said, I'm into the heavier stuff, and that first one definitely kicks you in the chest.
It's very much so. So what's the album called? I can't remember now. I know it was.
The first album?
No. Their album that they released this year.
Oh, shoot.
I know. I have to go on my phone, but I can't. I got a lot of stuff going on right now.
No, because I literally just had it a second ago.
Yeah.
It was Nation.
That's it. I knew it was. I'm like Our Nation, but it is a good album. It's gonna end up somewhere in my top 20. I mean, if you guys know me in my top 20, I'm gonna also have Billie Eilish on it. That album fucking kicks ass. I'm sorry. Little 17, now 18-year-old just kicking major ass all over the music industry right now. And then not going to have Taylor Swift because I don't like this album from her at all. And The Who, the HU, I saw them at Riot Fest. But we're sticking to this for now. So we're going to do that. Now, what was number 5 for you? What was number 5?
So number 5 is actually some friends of mine in the band Death Valley High. They're based out of California. Mm-hmm. I met these guys when they were on tour with Orgy.
Why does Orgy always comes up in our conversations?
Yeah. But no, they were on tour with them, and they put on a phenomenal show too. I got a thing for bands that can fucking, tear it up
Yep.
live. Like, and these guys definitely have the right attitude and the right vibe when they're on stage for the style of music that they're doing. I mean, they definitely got that goth energy about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would recommend anybody to catch them live if you get a chance to.
Yep.
So.
He sent me this, like Dan did, everybody, and I was listening to it, and it's great. The album is actually great, and I'm actually, because of you, I'm going to add them to the Unrated and McLeod Media Company list as well.
Their new album that they just dropped, it was an EP, but they actually got Chino Marino to do a guest appearance on one of their tracks. So.
Didn't they do a cover of the Eurythmics, Here Comes the Rain Again, as well?
Yes. They did.
That's anything that has to do with it's Annie Lennox, right? Whew, I'm done. Okay, even Marilyn Manson did Sweet Dreams, so all good there. Unfortunately, they were not in the database for Rock Rage Radio, but we're still going to give Death Valley High a shout out because it's really good. I'm going to go to the gym later tonight and listen to it and just probably like sweat like 3,000 calories out, but all good. So my number 5 was a band from Milwaukee who was one of my very first interviews back in 2016. They're kind of associated with Left with Tomorrow from Milwaukee as well, who unfortunately will not be recording anymore, and I cried when I found out from the drummer that they're whatever. But Slow Burn, this band has been through a lot, and I've been there with them. They let go of the original lead singer. I don't know if I should say, you know what, I'm just going to shut up. The new lead singer, and Nick, the guitar player, we have Luke, the bass player. The new lead singer it works with them so much better than it did before. I liked Slow Burn with their first album. I love them now. They have grown. They they always record at Cherry Pit Studios in Milwaukee, and that's one of the best recording studios out in my area. And you can just tell that they got deeper with their writing. They got harder, which I'm sure you listened, right? So, okay. And their look even changed. And it was funny.
It's funny. Nobody likes member changes in bands, but sometimes if you really pay attention to the impact it has on the music, like sometimes it's necessary. And we all love the people that we started our bands with. Anthony and Joe, the guys that we started this band with. They're great guys, but Casting Shadows wouldn't be what we are now if it wasn't for Adam and Nick, our newest members. So
it happens. It happens.
Things change.
Yeah, things change, and the new, I can't remember, I think it's Luke, the bass player, Nick, I forgot everybody's name, but they always welcome me with open arms. They're like, yes, we want your pictures. They use my pictures. I remember going to Summerfest one year. I was covering Summerfest, of course, Highly Suspect was there, Mach 22, and I covered Panic at the Disco. And right before I went there, I went to Nick's house. I saw their rehearsal in a laundry room, which was really weird. But I got to interview Luke and Nick, and I'm like, so what is going on with your band? They're like, changes is happening, and EOS to me is that change, and it's such a positive change. And I'm actually going to play 2 of the songs, Dirt and Choke, from EOS, EOS. And the first time they released this was in Milwaukee, at Rock Country Milwaukee. They played the entire album for an hour. It was just so cool to see. And I knew all the songs because I'm just weird like that. I pay attention to the bands and all that. So number 5 to me is Slow Burn. So there you go. What's number 4 for you? I hope I got this right.
It's another good close friends of our band, Crossing Rubicon. They're based out of Connecticut. Hopefully you'll get to meet a couple of them when you come up here on the 10th and the 11th. But Crossing Rubicon, they dropped their album Seeing Red, and it literally was a game changer. It made a lot of the bands in Connecticut step up their game because, Rubicon goes into the studio and does what they do with Nicky Belmore, again, the same guy who recorded us, and, they created this awesome masterpiece, and I couldn't be more happy for them. They went all out on, the album art, too. They got, the holographic album cover. you download an app on your phone, you put it over the album cover, and it turns 3D and starts playing music. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Okay. I need to do that now. Okay.
So Crossing Rubicon's definitely, they've been a fan favorite of ours for a while. I definitely would recommend people to check out that album, Seeing Red.
I remember getting sent this. I think you sent it to me, and I played it on when I was 5 days a week, and I was blown away myself. It is hardcore. It is definitely makes its mark, especially in your area. But it kind of it reminded me of 10 Years, the band 10 Years, when I first heard it. Yeah. And I'm not the biggest 10 Years fan. I like them. I enjoy them. But are they playing? They're not playing that festival I'm going to? They should.
They won't be on that one.
Damn it. I'm mostly there for this band called Casting Shadows.
We might have something booked with them later in the year, but not that one.
Okay, it's all good. No, they are really good. And like I said, when you sent me your list, I'm just like, I'm adding what Dan, so you're going to be like a contributing writer at Rated Magazine, just FYI. So they're really good. And again, Connecticut, New England, you guys, I can't believe how much they support each other out there. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even seem like you guys are like assholes to each other. That's the word that's coming to my head, but you guys are nice to each other. Like, people could be bitches and just be like, fuck you, and like all this other stuff.
It's just that we're all assholes, so.
They're secret assholes. They're not as verbal.
No, I'm just kidding. No, we're all good.
They're not as verbal.
No, we truly respect each other out here, and that's the only way you're gonna grow a music scene is if you support each other.
Yep.
You can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't set up shows and play by yourself. You can't gain new fans unless somebody goes to a show to see another band and then sees you for the first time too. So
exactly. So that's really cool.
You got to work with each other.
Exactly. Now my number 4, I think people are going to be a little shocked about this, that I didn't place them higher, but Slipknot. And I can't remember what the album is called, but their new one from 2019. I actually got to take pictures of Slipknot in Tinley Park this past summer, and it was fucking crazy. Like, Tinley Park, that venue, it's run by Live Nation basically. It's huge. You have people in the lawn, you have people in chairs. I'm in the photo pit, and right at the beginning, Slipknot gets on stage, and they have like 500 members, and you think it's a ska band, but it's everybody was giving shit to Corey Taylor about his mask this year and the different stuff they were wearing. But the album, before you even called, I was listening to it again, and I've always been a fan of Slipknot, and I've seen, what's the other band Corey Taylor's in? What other band? I can't think.
Stone Sour.
That's it. I love them, and I got to see them at Chicago Open Air, like face to face with him. I just think Corey Taylor as a whole is just such a good guy, knows what he's doing. He puts together songs really, really well, produces.
Yeah, he's
incredibly talented. And this is just another Slipknot album that, fans went crazy for. And I think they deserve the recognition that they have. And I want to see them again. I was there with a bunch of friends. I was in the photo pit, but of course I went back and hung out with my friends, and we were just all like, oh my god, like, the show. Have you ever been to a Slipknot show? I'm surprised.
I have, yeah. They're awesome.
So you get what I'm saying, and again, they should be a little bit higher on my list, but Dan's more metal, I'm definitely more alternative music. you are. I like metal. Everybody just assumes that I'm a metal chick, and it's like, I tell you this all the time. Who's my number 1 band, Dan? Who's my first love?
Matchbox 20.
I love the fact that he says that. He sounds so pissed off. Matchbox 20.
You just made me say it out loud, so that's
That is so funny, but yes, Matchbox 20 is number 1. Again, he was shocked when I didn't have Rob Thomas as number 1, but all good. But Slipknot comes in at number 4 for me. So let's go through the list, and then we're going to get to this. Okay, so we're going to pay tribute to the man of the 2 hours, Mr. Dan Jackson, with his unbelievable, amazing band, Casting Shadows with an S. Yeah, I did that. with Let Go. Follow that up with Whitesnake. Runner-ups. I should say these are runner-up albums for our list. Whitesnake with Shut Up and Kiss Me. Killing Me Slowly by Bad Wolves. 2 from Slow Burn. Death Valley High. Unfortunately, don't have that here. But, hey, you guys, you're still awesome. 2 from Slow Burn. Number 5 on my list with Dirt and Choke. Crossing Rubicon with I Will Remain. And Slipknot with Solway Firth? How do you say that? Firth? Am I saying that right?
This is as good as mine.
Okay, so you guys sit back, relax. Dan, Jackson, and I will be back with the rest of our albums. But we're kicking ass and taking names, so stand by. Cheers. Give me a moment.